And he'll deal with a power threat right off the bat. Ian Kinsler leads things off for the Rangers. A couple of home runs in the game last night at Yankee Stadium. 28 on the season.
Yeah, not too many times you find your leadoff hitter leading the club in home runs.
Two of their biggest power threats hitting the first two spots in the batting order. Kinsler with 28, Young with 22. Dunston drops a curveball over 1-1.
We talked a little bit about the pregame and also in the open. Dunston, when you're in the bullpen and you're relieving, you can't really relax and maybe throw all 4 pitches. And really, in all 2 starts, good fastball in right there, and that's fouled out. All 2 starts that he's had, the one against Chicago White Sox, he worked 5 innings, kept the club in the game, and only gave up 2 runs in his last start, mixing in the fastball, mixing in the curveball, the slider, and a very good changeup.
1-2 to Kinsler. And now 2-2.
The average down, but the home runs and the RBI right about where they should be for Kinsler. A lot of power, likes to open up quick, stands right on top of the plate.
And Dunston misses outside to fill the count. And he missed to issue a leadoff walk. Twins lineup has kind of crystallized here with the production up and down the lineup, and since the middle of August, both the Rangers and the Twins have been clicking offensively.
Yeah, the Rangers 4th since August 17th in runs, and the Twins are 6th. So both these clubs putting some runs on the board.
And so now Kinsler gets aboard with a leadoff walk, and Michael Young will hit. And he delivers a fastball for strike 1.
Yeah, we showed you Michael Young currently on a 14-game hitting streak.
500 at bats, 164 hits, and a high percentage of them for extra bases. 35 doubles, a couple of triples, and 22 home runs. Fouled back. And it's 0-2.
Well, Young, a guy that likes the ball out over the plate and shoots a lot of balls toward right field, right center. Last year was the first time in 5 seasons that he did not get 200 hits in the season. Last year, 183 hits. American League batting champ back in 2005 when he hit .331. Currently 6th in the American League with a .328 batting average.
Dunston with a toss over. Kinsler just 24 steals in 26 tries, so you need to give him some attention. He's only been thrown out twice.
Yeah, Rangers like to run. 118 stolen bases. They've been caught only 23 times. Twins have 66 stolen bases.
So you've got Kinsler 24 for 26. Elvis Andrus, their 9th place hitter, 24 of 26.
And their cleanup hitter, Nelson Cruz, 17 for 20.
Recently called up Bourbon, 9 of 10. So it's not just the number of bases, but the success rate. And Kinsler takes off, and it's ball 1. A breaking pitch, and Mauer had no chance. Kinsler with a stand-up stolen base.
Yeah, so he steals his 25th base of the year. Got a great jump right there off of Dunston. The breaking ball just missed low, and Joe has no chance. He doesn't even throw the ball, just holds on to it.
So the leadoff walk stands at second base. 1-2 to Michael Young. Breaking ball fouled.
He even saw that swing right there. He kind of let that ball get into the strike zone a little bit longer, and he's still trying to shoot that ball to right field. That's what his job is here. Get Kinsler over to third if he can. It's one thing that Ron Washington, I talked to him, I remember a couple years ago when he first took over, he's really trying to convince this ball club that they have to do the little things to win games, because a couple years ago there were a lot, what he thought, of guys that just were thinking about their own numbers.
Foul tip and Young still alive.
And I think we've seen over the last couple of years the influence of Ron Washington of just instilling it. Hey, you know, in situations like this, we have to try to find a way to get that guy over to third.
And one of the reasons so many baseball people are tickled that the Rangers are doing well is with that philosophy and that confrontation, if you will, with some of the guys on the Texas team almost cost Ron Washington his job. 1 and 2. And there's the strikeout. And how big of a strikeout remains to be seen. But Young's gone and Kinsler's still at second.
We've seen Dunsing. He can add and subtract. Subtracting with the breaking ball and the changeup, and then adding with a little extra on the fastball. A great pitch, outer half of the plate. And Young swings through it. Outstanding location right there for Brian Dunsing.
That'll bring up Josh Hamilton, whose numbers are a far cry from what they were a year ago, but they are improving. He, like a lot of the Ranger hitters, hitting the ball much better in the second half. He takes a breaking ball, ball 1. It's a Ranger team that will strike out quite a bit. Young's probably going to finish with more than 100 strikeouts. They have already struck out now 1,008 times this year, the team has. Fly to left center field. And Delman Young with the catch, out number 2. Just to put that in context, the Twins as a team have struck out 824 times. The Rangers have nearly struck out as a team 200 more times. So Dunsing gets a lazy fly ball off the bat of Hamilton, 2 away. And that'll bring up Nelson Cruz. Cruz, an all-star for the Rangers. And Dunsing clips the outside corner.
Well, to get to where the Rangers are, you need guys to finally try to find themselves, and this guy right here has kind of found himself this year. He really didn't get a chance to play for the Brewers, came over to the Rangers, didn't get a chance to play much up until this year, and boy, he's making the most out of it.
Pitch is up with Mauer setting in off the plate. 1-1.
Cruz just activated off the disabled list on August 20th. He was on there with a left ankle strain.
Dunsing hit the target, didn't get the call. 2-1.
That's what you want to find out early, too. That home plate umpire, what will he give you? Mike Estherbrook behind the plate.
Jim Joyce, Bill Miller, and Darrell Cousins on the crew. 2-1 to Cruz. Hop up, right side. Morneau drifts into foul territory. And Dunsing pitches around a leadoff walk and strands Kinsler at second base. 3, 4, and 5, Michael Kadire, Delman Young with a good season series against the Rangers. Nothing new this year. Brendan Harris and Alexi Casilla.
And that lineup facing Tommy Hunter, making just his 12th major league start in his rookie season. And he has not given up more than 4 earned runs in a start yet this year. He defeated the Twins 2 starts ago in Texas. Ended up winning that ball game 8-5. That's the game that Francisco Liriano gave up 7 runs in the first 2 innings and then was put on a disabled list. But this guy right here, I liked his approach. He was a bulldog type of pitcher that has pitched extremely well. Over his last 9 starts, he's 6-1 with a 2.63 earned run average.
Span, Cabrera, and Mauer to get things started for the Twins. 35 games left for the Minnesota Twins, counting tonight. And Span takes up and away.
When we saw Hunter, he had a pretty good fastball, good movement on the fastball, very tight curveball. He'll throw a little cutter in on left-handers, and then the changeup. Just 23 years old.
Span shows bunt, takes a strike. Twins had a couple innings of really good at-bats against Hunter in Arlington. Scored a run in the first, another run in the second. Then the Rangers teed off on Francisco Liriano. He had a 7-2 lead before he pitched to the Twins in the third. Ooh, it's a called strike. Like it broke around the plate, well, 2-1.
You wonder if Esterbrook's one of those umpires that'll give you more away than he will in, because Dunsing with that fastball in, that curveball outer half of the plate. Those are the little things as a pitcher out there and a catcher you want to try to find out what that umpire will give you.
Twins are going to have a long night if they call that pitch a strike. That breaking ball off the plate to left-handers. 1-2.
Just saw a picture of Dunsing and Hunter, 2 guys getting their feet wet here at the major league level.
Span flips another one foul. Twins did pretty well against Hunter until the game quickly spun out of control with the Rangers scoring 7 early runs. This one drilled to right. This one's deep. Halfway up the wall. Span digs for second. Fumbled in right field by Cruz. And Span will stand at second with a leadoff double. The first curve looked like it was off the plate. The second one was down the middle, and Span seemed to be waiting for it.
Well, someone that threw a lot of curveballs, you sometimes throw one that hangs, and this is exactly what happened right here. It kind of hung right into the swing of Denard Span, and he hit it high off that baggie out in right field. Cruz playing the carom and then fumbles it right there, but Span stops at second base with a double, his 10th double of the year.
And now Cabrera.
Well, Cabrera will try to do the same thing that Young tried to do, and that's to advance the runner to third.
Squares to bunt and takes ball 1. Up and in, it's 2-0. So Hunter missing with a couple of pitches inside, but look where the Ranger outfield is playing Cabrera. If he pulls one down the left field line, he can run all night. Hamilton way over in right center field.
Yeah, not very deep.
Oh. 2-1.
Well, Hunter coming into the ballgame 66 in a third innings pitch, 22 walks with 41 strikeouts. Opponents hitting only 230 off of them. Right-handers are hitting just 179.
Here's a chopper to the right side.
Good job.
Span advances. Cabrera retired, 1 away. There'll be pats on the back for Cabrera when he gets to the dugout. Northland Ford defense for the Texas Rangers. David Murphy in left, Josh Hamilton in center, Nelson Cruz in right. Michael Young won a Gold Glove at short. Now he's a third baseman. Andrus and Kinsler good up the middle. Davis back to the club at first base, and Teagarden behind the plate. Rangers will play the infield back for Joe Mauer and Span at third base.
That was Joe Mauer who took Hunter deep in their last game that Hunter started.
And Mauer takes the first pitch strike. Chrysler key stat since 1981, or to put it another way, the year before this ballpark opened, Joe Mauer this year has the highest average against right-handed pitching in nearly 30 years. This one lined into left center field, a base hit. Span comes in with the game's first run.
Well, with Orlando Cabrera doing the little thing, and that's moving Span over, sometimes that takes a little added pressure off a hitter. Now, Joe Mauer's such a pure hitter, but he takes this pitch the other way, over the leaping shortstop into left field. So Mauer picking up an RBI, his 79th, and the Twins take an early 1-0 lead.
And now here's Morneau. Down the middle, a strike. Popped up wide of third. Young over for a look, and he makes the play in front of the Twins dugout. Morneau retired, 2 down.
Yeah, good pitch by Hunter right there, up and in, and Justin got underneath it and popped it up foul.
So now Kubel. At a time when Ranger teams in the past have tended to wilt, Hunter came up with a phenomenal month of July. He was voted their player of the month. He went 3-0 in 4 starts with a 1.11 earned run average. And Kubel takes strike 1. Left-handers hitting about 100 points higher against Hunter than righties.
He's given up 7 home runs, 6 to left-handed hitters.
Driven to right.
Let's make it 7.
Into the corner and dig. Off the wall. Mauer around third. He's going to score. Kubel around second. He's on his way to third. And he's in with an RBI triple. It's 2-0. A double, single, now a triple. And the Twins jump out in front early.
When this ball left the bat, I thought Kubel was going to hit his 21st home run of the year, but it was hit off the baggie. A slider at Jason. I thought he hit it right here, just not deep enough. It hits off the baggie. There were 2 outs. It's off with a crack at the bat. And Kubel in with a triple, his 2nd of the year, driving in his 73rd run.
Here's Kadire. And at this rate, Nelson Cruz is going to be pretty familiar with the drape in right field by the end of this series. Twins have already peppered it twice. Span with an opening double, Kubel with a triple. 1-0 to Kadire. 2-0.
You can see the Kansas City Royals leading the American League in triples. Twins now with 33.
And that's only because I think it's fair for every team in baseball to be leading a league in something. And in Kansas City's case, it's triples. Hunter's struggling here in this first inning. This will be his 20th pitch. And Kadire with a 2-1 count. 3-1. Delman Young on deck.
First time Hunter has worked here, but on the road he's almost been perfect. 2-0 on the road. This is his 5th start on the road with a 1.75 ERA. The Twins doing some damage against young Hunter early.
Up the middle, off the pitcher. A run will score. Kadire's aboard with an RBI single. And here comes Mike Maddox to talk to Hunter and check and make sure he's all right. A hard one hopper off the pitcher, and it's 3-0.
Well, Kadire taking this pitch. A little cutter right back up the middle, and Hunter looked like off maybe his right thigh. Ends up deflecting over toward the third baseline. And Kubel scoring the third run of the ballgame. Kadire picking up his 64th RBI.
So Kubel scores, and the Twins have 4 hits, 3 early runs against the guy we showed you. He's never given up more than 4 earned runs in a start yet this year. Here's Delman Young. And you could make the case right now that the Twins' off day did wonders for the lineup. They're off to a good start here.
Well, hanging curveballs help too.
That's true. Bouncer toward the hole, cut off by Young. He looks at second, fires to first to end the inning. 4 hits, 3 early runs for the Twins in the series opener.
Biggest hockey fan, Justin Morneau, as we welcome you back to Twins Baseball on Fox Sports North. I'm Robbie Smikowski, and I'm joined by Natalie Darwitz and Gigi Marvin of the U.S. Women's National Hockey Team. And Natalie, we'll start with you. What was the experience like throwing out the first pitch at a Twins game?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. Anytime you get to throw to Justin Morneau, it's obviously a lot of fun. But I had to give him a little bit of a hard time. He's a Canadian fan. I had to show him the American jersey a little bit.
Yeah, Justin's definitely a big Vancouver Canuck fan, as a matter of fact. And Gigi, let's talk about you. You're from the U of M as well, grew up in War Road, Minnesota. What has this experience been like for you as a Minnesotan representing your team in the Olympics, and you're also training here in Minnesota?
Oh, it's been a dream come true. I mean, played at Minnesota, grew up home and grown, so, you know, I'm just having a great time. It was fun watching Dar throw the pitch to Justin Morneau because we watch this all the time, the Twins game, and we grew up being Twins fans. And I was just telling her, don't get nervous and don't throw it in the dirt.
You guys going to give her a little bit of grief for the high pitch?
No, you know what? I was proud of her. She gave it her all.
All right, thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Gigi, and congratulations, and best of luck in Vancouver 2010.
Thanks a lot. It's great to be here.
All right, guys.
Yes, best of luck to you women.
Thank you, Robbie. She looked like she got a little oomph behind that pitch. Strike one to David Murphy. We saw Ivan Rodriguez fly out to right. Dunsing fell behind Rodriguez, 2-0, got him on a fly ball, now gets ahead of Murphy 0-1. 1-1. Detroit's teed off on Matt Garza. Jumped out to an early lead over the Rays. Actually, it's in the middle part of the game. And one of the great things, Bert, about this time of year, and with the wild card, to give it its due, 7 games in the American League, there are only 2 of them that don't have a direct and immediate impact on the pennant races and the positioning for the wild card spot and the divisional leads and all that. Rangers in the wild card hunt with the Red Sox. I can look up and see Toronto leading Boston. The Yankees leading Chicago. Foul back. Detroit leading Tampa Bay.
Well, I think the biggest thing is that, the Twins they know they need to take care of business here. Everything else on the scoreboard will work its way out. But as the season goes on into September, that's when I think the players usually, that's when they start really looking at that scoreboard a little bit more than maybe 6 weeks to go.
3-2 to Murphy. Dunsing gave up a leadoff walk in the first inning, but did not allow a run.
Yeah, Murphy hitting only .226 against left-handers. And a good breaking ball right there, and Dunsing picking up his second strikeout.
2 down, that'll bring up Teagard.
A lot of confidence in the pitch on a 3-2 pitch. That hard slider, good location, down and away. And Murphy can't reach it.
Murphy striking out for the 78th time in 305 at bats. Here's Teagard. Teagard scuffling a little bit offensively. He struck out 54 times in 148 at bats and hitting under 200. Strike one at the knees. Swing and a miss on a fastball, and it's 0-2.
Now with Jared Saltalamacchia out for the rest of the year, Teagard given that opportunity here to get some at-bats, handle the pitching staff. Rangers did go out and get Ivan Rodriguez to help out.
1-2. I would imagine Teagard getting a chance to do most of the catching now, but as Rodriguez gets to know this pitching staff more, particularly if Teagard's going to hit under 200, you might see Rodriguez getting more playing time than Teagard. Fastball away, 2-2.
I remember reading a quote for Ron Washington saying that when Rodriguez came from the Houston Astros, that Teagard is going to be the everyday catcher. Now, a lot depends again on his offensive abilities. If he's not able to hit, then you're going to see Rodriguez, who was an established major league hitter, future Hall of Famer, probably get more time behind the mound, behind home plate.
Rangers finished the season on the road on the West Coast, 4 with the Angels, 3 with the Mariners. And you might see Rodriguez do more of the catching than Teagard by then. That remains to be seen. Another 3-2 pitch, and it's fouled back.
Taylor Teagard, just 25 years old. It was a September call-up last year. Made some impressions when he hit 6 home runs in September. And hit .319.
Got him with a fastball. And Dunsing has retired 6 men in a row and has been staked to an early 3-0 lead. More from Marty Gellner at the Minnesota State Fair in a moment.
missing in the peanut butter hot dog with bacon and banana is it's not on a stick. So we'll just take care of that right there. How's that?
Wow.
Marnie, I know you can eat it. Come on, take a bite.
No shot.
Come on.
No shot.
Then
Bert.
bring it to me. I'll eat it.
You know what? I will save
Yeah,
this for
save
you.
it.
This will have, you'll
I
have
will
this in the
eat
booth
that.
tomorrow.
Thank you.
And we'll be rolling on that as well. I want to see that.
Keeping in mind, of course, that you ate bait earlier this year.
Yeah, really. What the heck's a hot dog with peanut butter?
Mike Redmond took his family to the state fair yesterday. Second time they've been there, and he and his family just had a wonderful time. Ate a lot, and the boys got wet on the flume ride or whatever log ride they were on. 1-1. So Brendan Harris leading off the second against Tommy Hunter. Harris takes a breaking ball wide, 2-1. Drills a line drive single to center. 8 at-bats and 5 solid base hits against Tommy Hunter.
He's leaving some pitches up, and the Twins are not missing them. Harris getting some playing time because Joe Creedy's still on the shelf. Got a fastball up and line it right back up the middle. So the Twins get their 5th hit of the ball game.
And now Alexi Casilla, who's been doing everything very, very well over the last 3-4 weeks. And now Harris takes off, and Casilla lifts a fly to center. So on the first pitch, Casilla retired, and Harris retreats one away.
Yeah, it looked like Ron Gardenhire put a little hit and run on right there. Casilla got underneath it. That's where you'd like to maybe beat it into the ground somewhere, get Harris over to second. But instead, it's a fly out to center. A lot of things you could do with an early lead. Try to add on.
Well, here's Span. Double to start the ball game. Hit it off the fence in right center field. And a breaking ball and stuck it against the fence. Then later scored on Mauer's single. Up and in, ball 1. Had the off day yesterday. The Rangers did not, wrapping up their series against the Yankees. 1-1 to Span. So far, Hunter has not retired back-to-back hitters yet. Two and 1.
That changeup missing right there, just kind of struggling a little bit now. Hunter started the season in Double-A. Ended up getting called up to Triple-A on May 2nd. And then made his first debut in the Rangers back in late May. Sent back down and then recalled in the latter part of June.
71 innings in the minor leagues. 67 2/3 now in the major leagues.
Oh, they better shut him down for the winter. My goodness, that's way too many. What's that, about 140 innings? Whoa.
Check swing, but a called strike, 1-2.
Big kid right here, 6'3", 255. Tommy Hunter.
So you say let it ride with him?
Oh. What would you do? Shut him down?
He pitched 174 innings last year.
He's got 140 this year. You should shut him down.
No. Lifted foul and out of play. Teams are pretty protective of pitchers these days, not just the Twins. And teams generally don't like to increase the workload by more than 25%. There's an unwritten rule out there about 25%.
You know whose rule that is?
No, that's why it's an unwritten rule.
It's unwritten.
Hit hard hard to center. It'll carry out to Hamilton. And Spans hit 2 right on the button, 2 away. Target back to school weekend continues tomorrow against the Rangers. Tomorrow night, the first 5,000 fans, 14 and under, get a Twins 3-ring binder. Tickets for Target back to school weekend are on sale at twinsbaseball.com or call 800-33-TWINS.
That's a great promotion right there. All the kids going back to school get a chance to take their Twins into the classroom with them.
Here's Cabrera. Hit a ground ball to Kinsler his first time up, but with Span at second, nobody out, he got the job done, advancing Span to third. Twins trying to take advantage of Harris's leadoff single. Dribbler to Cabrera, or excuse me, to Kinsler. And he makes the play, and the Twins leave Harris at first. On to the third. 3-0 Twins. Visit ExploreMinnesota.com. Plan your next Minnesota vacation today. You're looking at the Herman Heights Monument in New Ulm. New Ulm festivals nearly monthly. They got the, of course, German emphasis, the Bavarian Blast, Oktoberfest, Bachfest. Beautiful town in the south central part of the state, New Ulm. Chris Davis back with the Major League club, taking strike one from Brian Dunsing. Davis, Andrus, and Kinsler here in the Texas third. And a 2-hopper to Morneau. 1 away. 7 in a row set down by Brian Dunsing. Ron Coomer, a pretty good start for the young lefty.
Well, it's been unbelievable so far. To me, when I watch Brian pitch, it's all about the change of speed. Bert, you talked about it earlier. He's got a strikeout on his fastball. He's also been able to throw his breaking ball behind in the count in with a 3-2 pitch to get a strikeout. To me, he's stayed very poised as a starter, and that to me for a young guy is probably the biggest thing that I see in Dunsing.
You know what, Ron, you need guys to step up, especially when you have a Lariano or a Perkins or a Slowey on a disabled list. And Dunsing's going to get this opportunity, someone that really in his minor league career for the Twins has mainly been a starter. Came up, made 14 relief appearances before here his third start. But, you know, here's a guy that relies on changing speeds, has a pretty good fastball. He relies on that changeup like you talked about, Ron, and then mixing in the curveball and the slider.
And he can feel his position.
What a great location of that fastball.
Twins getting some bullpen help today. Big John Roush, all 6'11" of him, has been acquired by the Twins from Arizona for a player to be named later. And he was supposed to be on his way here tonight and be available to pitch for the Twins tomorrow.
Well, you see the 305 appearances since 2006. That's the most in Major League Baseball, so he has been very durable. I remember when he first came up with the Chicago White Sox, they were trying to make him a starter at 6'11".
I'm just imagining if Rauch does well, maybe the Twins re-sign him. Luke Van Meel, the 7-footer from the Netherlands. At Double-A right now, he might be with the club. They might have to remeasure the clubhouse at Target Field, see if it's tall enough for those guys.
If the Twins don't win a ball game as far as baseball, they'll just play him in basketball.
Sure. Timberwolves need somebody to scrimmage against. 1-1 to Ian Kinsler. And a bouncer to third. Harris has it. 9 in a row set down by Brian Dunsing in a 3-0 Twins lead.
Scotty Aldridge said, "Hey, I'll go fix it."
Did it in the minor leagues all those years. Yeah. Well, I know that during early batting practice, at a time when they're normally not working on the mound, the grounds crew was really packing the mound around the pitching rubber area. But this appears to be more down on the downslope of the mound.
Remember, the Vikings played here, so that mound is removed. So maybe some of that dirt around there, just a little bit on the loose side of Scotty Aldridge. Tries to pound it down.
Here comes the dirt and water man.
Are we needed?
And he's not sure whether he should come out of the field or not. That's all taken care of. Again, Scotty Aldridge, a longtime minor league manager. That's just something you do in the minor league. And Hunter apparently is satisfied. Vikings played here, but the Twins have played 3 games here since the Vikings were here. So whatever the issue is, remember in the old days here, they had the mound on a hydraulic lift. And when they were going to play football here, they would just hit a button and the mound would sink into the turf.
Well, a lot of times, I mean, Hunter's a lot like I was as far as his follow through. You see where he lands with that left foot and right at the edge, and I think that's where he kind of kicked it loose.
Right on the very front of the mound.
Right.
When you follow through.
Yeah, I was told to blame it on Brett Favre. It was Brett Favre's fault.
Now Hunter ready to go. All it took was a little raking by the Twins third base coach, and Maurer will lead off the third.
Yeah, I remember Orlando, Florida, my first year, 1969. You know, if it rained in Orlando during the summertime, if it did, we were basically the ground crew. We had to take the tarp out as the players and
is that right?
Cover home plate, cover the pitcher's mound.
Mauer takes inside, ball 1.
That's why he enjoyed pitching. You could stay in the clubhouse. If you weren't pitching, you're part of the ground crew.
Mauer with an RBI single, his first time up. 2-0.
Well, Hunter with that follow through, you can see that right there. That's where he lands, and that's the area that Scotty Alger tried to pound down a little bit.
Now the pitch has long been delivered, but what you're concerned about, of course, is he turns an ankle if it's not real solid and stable there, or uneven, right?
Hey, I mean, you want it, but that happens even on a regular mound. You're going to have little clumps here or there.
2-1. Curve hit foul, hard but foul. 2-2. Mauer started the day with a 14-point lead in the batting race. Ichiro at 359 had been missing some time because of some calf issues. Mariners still on the West Coast hosting the Royals tonight. Two and two. Fouled away.
Mauer now 3 for 4 lifetime against Hunter with a home run. Everybody wearing their Mauer stick.
And Hunter strikes him out. First strikeout for Hunter, and one of the league's best hitters goes down to start the 3rd inning.
That looks like a little cutter right here. And Hunter picking up his first strikeout.
That'll bring up Morneau.
Just a straight fastball, just challenged Mauer.
One strike to Morneau, who fouled out to Young.
Yeah, Justin now 2nd in the American League in RBI. Mark Teixeira passing him. He has 97 on the year. Justin at 96.
Another foul pop on the Twins dugout. 2 strikes. Two strikes to the Twins first baseman. Came inside with a fastball, and Morneau fouled it to the net. Morneau 5th in the league in home runs, 2nd in runs batted in. Curve fouled off his front leg. You look at the 4 guys ahead of Morneau in the home run race. See where this foul ball gets him. Off the ankle. Carlos Pena leading 37. You'd expect that. Mark Teixeira 31. You'd expect that. Russell Branyan has 31 for the Mariners, and Aaron Hill has 30 for Toronto. Those are 2 names you would not have thought would be in the top 5 in home runs in the American League.
Russell Branyan finally getting an opportunity to play every day. I'm more surprised at Aaron Hill, the second baseman. Then you see Kinsler right there. It's not a position that you expect a lot of home runs out of.
Morneau's called out on strikes, and Hunter, mound issues aside, has struck out Mauer and Morneau in the same inning.
Well, showing very good control here. You see that pitch right there, a little cutter just working its way back over the outer half of the plate. So 2 straight strikeouts for young Tommy Hunter.
5 in a row retired by the right-hander. Here is Jason Kubel, who tripled off the fence in right in the first. Up and away, ball 1. Kinsler backhands it, slings it over to first baseman Davis. 6 in a row now set down by Tommy Hunter, but the Twins still lead 3-0.
Have a great setup for you so that even if you come during a Twins game like tonight, you don't have to miss the Twins game. We got the bleachers set up so that the fans can sit here and watch the Twins and you won't miss a pitch. Guys, what do you think? Pretty good setup out here?
And let's take a look at where the Fox Sports North booth is. Right next to the International Bazaar. With 10 more days, I think, left in the State Fair after today. And as Brian Dunsing was getting ready to take his warm-up tosses, ground crew came out to
see, Scotty Alger didn't have one of those, the pounder.
They repacked the mound in front of the pitching rubber.
I'd like to say a belated happy birthday to Joanne Roberts of White Bear Lake. She had a birthday about a week ago.
Dunsing has been brilliant here. He issued a leadoff walk to Ian Kinsler, and he set down the next 9 batters. He'll face Young, Hamilton, and Cruz here in the Texas Fourth.
Well, 43 pitches, 25 for strikes, a couple strikeouts, 1 walk, that being Kinsler to lead off the ball game.
Young struck out with Kinsler at second by the end of the at-bat. Dunsing misses ball 1. Dunsing's outing here tonight might impact what the Twins do on Tuesday against the White Sox. All sorts of rumors floating around about other pitchers, players that might be joining the Twins in the next few days, but right now they've got an opening in the rotation on Tuesday. And Ron Gardenhire hinting that right now, given the players he has, Jeff Manship would be given some strong consideration to make the start Tuesday against Chicago. But that would change if Dunsing doesn't fare well here tonight. Manship needs to pitch extensively tonight. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Manship, Cabino just added a lot of bodies out there.
2-2 to Michael Young. Cabrera to his left, has it. Morneau retires Young by a step, 1 away, and now Dunsing getting a lot of ground ball outs after getting fly ball outs early in the game. Aflac trivia question for this series opener. Which Ranger has the most all-time homers at the Metrodome? pop out. Rafael Palmeiro was a Ranger. If you counted the home runs he hit when he was with Baltimore, he would be my guy. But I'm guessing they're not counting those Baltimore home runs. Tap foul, 1-1. So it's home runs hit as a Ranger.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Steve S. Take a little bit longer on this one.
Did you know it? You think you know the answer?
No, as soon as I look in the media guide, yeah, I will.
1-1 to Hamilton. Hit a weak little fly ball to left his first time up. 2-1. Four straight ground ball outs for Dunsing. This one hit to right. And Kadair fights the lights, makes the catch, out number 2.
Good concentration right there by Kadair. Hamilton actually came into the ballgame hitting lefties better than righties, hitting .337 off of left-handers. And Kadair fighting the lights. That band right there. Once that ball gets into those lights, boy, you have to really refocus. Kadair did a good job of catching that fly ball.
Nelson Cruz, the hitter. Swing and a miss. The Twins apparently are going to take some batting practice. That's how it's been described. Batting practice at Target Field sometime during the next homestand. Just as important, I would think, for the outfielders, fielding practice. Imagine if they do that and have a little workout at Target Field during the next homestand. If you're Denard Span, Carlos Gomez, Delman Young, Michael Kadair, to be able to track a fly ball in Minnesota without staring into a white roof or a bank of lights on low liners. So while that little workout's been described as batting practice, I think the outfielders are looking forward to it more as being catching practice, fielding practice. 1-2 to Nelson Cruz. After tonight, just 17 games left here indoors during the regular season. Ground ball, and that'll get into center field. First hit for the Rangers. It comes with 2 outs in the 4th. And for information on season tickets at Target Field, let's go to Scott Baker.
Hi, Scott Baker here with the new pitch. For a per-seat deposit of only $100, you can select seats at Target Field before the general public. Call today to reserve your place in the sun at Target Field.
Nice job, Scott Baker. Thank you very much.
Ivan Rodriguez, the hitter, with a runner at first and 2 down.
Yeah, Baker will be working here on Sunday against the Rangers.
Swing and a miss. And we've been seeing Dunsing getting a lot of swings and misses on his fastball.
He's doing a good job of working both sides of the plate. I've been impressed so far how he's able to hit that outer half of the plate, get that hitter leaning a little bit, and then work inside like he did on that first pitch to Rodriguez.
Check swing and a foul, 0-2.
So he went fastball in and then fastball away.
White Sox have tied the Yankees 2-2, getting a couple in the 7th against CC Sabathia.
Dunsing, 26 years old. This is his 5th year in the Twins organization. Signed by the Twins back in 2005 out of the University of Nebraska.
Two strikes to Rodriguez. Curve, got him. And Rodriguez talks with Mike Estabrook about a curve he thought broke around the plate. sets us apart. Chrysler. Tommy Hunter delivering to Michael Kadire, a breaking pitch up high, ball one. Now a fastball at the belt, 1-1. Kadire with an RBI single his first time up. Actually singled off Hunter. And Hunter breezes him inside, 2-1. Kadire is 64th run batted in. Trying to get aboard here. The Twins have seen Hunter get into a groove here, retiring 6 men in a row. Curve fouled off the end of the bat.
Well, that's what you want to do as a pitcher after you maybe have a shaky inning, is put some zeros on the board, give your team a chance to get back in the game. 51 pitches for Tommy Hunter, 36 have been strikes.
Fouled back, still 2-2. Kadire, Young, and Harris. Twins getting 3 hits from left-handed batters and 2 from right-handed batters. Bouncer to short. Andrus with a head-high hop. 1 down. It'll bring up Delman Young, who hit a grounder to third his first time up. Ron Coomer, your thoughts on Delman Young and a little bit of a second-half surge again this year?
Well, it is. It's the second year in a row that he's done this. But to me, this year, a little bit different. You see him doing a few different things. He's spread out, and we see him, he's the width of his bat with his feet, which is one thing, gives him a little more balance, and he doesn't get the top half lean that he gets occasionally. The other thing is he's hitting the ball out in front of him a lot more than he did in the first half. If you remember the first half, he hit a lot of balls in right field seats foul because he was letting the ball get deep, and that's a good thing, but he was taking it a little too far, and it was getting too deep on him. Now he's catching the ball out in front. Because of that, he's driving more balls, he's hitting some home runs, and just having much better swings at the plate.
Hey, Ron, when he's spread out like that, do you use more of an upper body than maybe the lower body in that situation?
Well, what was happening for him, Bert, is his feet were close, and he was getting a top half lean, so from the waist up, he was kind of tilting towards the pitcher, and then as he would start to go, his swing would get long as he started to swing, and it would be behind him, and that's why he was hitting so many balls foul. Where now, as he's spread out, his hands are more direct to the contact zone, which is out in front of you.
Well, let me ask you one more thing. Is your weight on that right foot, even though he's spread out, is there a little bit more weight on that right foot than the left?
Definitely. What he's in the middle now, and as the pitcher gets set, you're going to see Delman go back to getting set with his weight back there.
Okay.
And then he gets loaded just like a pitcher would get loaded. The hitter gets loaded so he can fire.
2-2 to Young with one out in the fourth. Curve, and it's lifted foul.
So it's a lot like a pitcher trying to get to that balance point and then utilizing that pitching rubber to drive with your right leg, same as hitting. Basically, Delman trying to find that comfort zone, and then as that pitch is delivered, put that weight back and then let it fly. So easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why can't everybody do it? Why did I hit 130 in my career?
That's been the history for Delman Young, though, to have a much better second half than first half. 3-2 to Young with one away in the Twins' fourth. High fly, short center. Kinsler out. Hamilton in, and Kinsler has to make the catch in short center field, 2 away.
Hey, let that breaking ball up right there, and actually Hunter got away with that.
What do you know? Brought to you by Radio Shack. The lowest ERA by an American League rookie since 2001 was Francisco Liriano with a 2.16 3 years ago. Tommy Hunter right now is a 2.85, and it's going to go up tonight because the Twins touched him for 3 earnings in the first inning. Here's Harris, sharp single to center his first time up. He's the last Twin to reach against Hunter. Strike on the outside corner. Again, Joe Creedy reporting that his back felt much better. He had an epidural the other day. Try to relieve some of the tension, tightness, and pain in his back. The Twins are going to let the doctors, I think tonight, examine, if they haven't already, Creedy, and make some determination as to how many days away he might be from playing. If it's going to be a substantial amount of time, the Twins will put him on the disabled list, backdated to a week ago just about, when there's a deep drive to right. That's near the foul pole, and it's foul right on our set down there in the right field corner.
Why couldn't Anthony be sitting there? Might have got Ron Coomer. Ron Coomer would have barehanded.
Anthony's hairpiece.
Cool, that hit your chair.
It just missed Anthony's hairpiece. Did you see that?
1-2 to Harris. Curve got him. And so Hunter has recovered from a rough start to retire 9 batters in a row.
And I have Skylar and Clem here. Now, Bert, your guy that appreciates birthdays. Sylvia here had her son Mark on her birthday. So mom and son have the same birthday, okay? Bert, you with me so far?
Kinda.
Granddaughter right here, 2 days apart. Her birthday was Wednesday. So we got mom and son's birthday and a granddaughter that just turned 1 2 days ago. How about that?
How about that? They're here by circle.
Murphy retired. Morneau to Brian Dunsing, and a quick out here in the 5th. Hey, how about Brian Dunsing? Twins really need to get through the rotation a couple of times with some reliable starts, and Dunsing has pitched well and fielded his position well.
Well, a little PFP, pitcher's fielding practice right here. Watch Dunsing as he releases the ball. Get over there, and he got over there very quickly. Got the feed from Justin, who fed him in time so he could look down and find that first base bag.
One down. Here's Teagarden, who struck out his first time up. And a strike. Strike 2.
You know, not seeing a lot of Dunsing other than in relief. You kind of appreciate his windup and the way that he seems to be hiding the ball extremely well. Does a good job of getting to that balance point, and then that upper torso kind of hesitates just a little second right there, and then here comes the ball.
And Dunsing again with a breaking ball to a right-handed batter that tickles the outside corner.
And strikeout number 5 for Brian Dunsing. That ties a career high. He had 5 strikeouts in a relief outing in Detroit. Take a look at his windup right there. Hides the ball well, and then here it comes. So a nice, smooth, solid delivery for Brian Dunsing.
Here's Chris Davis. When we saw the Rangers in the last road trip in Texas, Hank Blaylock was their first baseman. But Blaylock really struggled since the All-Star break. Davis, a threat to hit the ball out at any time, but also a threat to strike out half the time. He was sent to the minor leagues and now is back because of the struggles of Hank Blaylock. 1-1. 1-2. I mean, the numbers, I mean, Blaylock was, or Davis rather, was on a pace to shatter the American League record for strikeouts by a batter in a season. It's fouled off his leg. Davis, in 270 at-bats, struck out 118 times.
What's wrong with that? I love guys like him.
That's like one strikeout every other at-bat.
Shame on the Texas Ranger organization for sending him down so he could not break that record. That's not right.
If you had given him 500 at-bats, he was on a pace to strike out 230 times.
Good for him. Hopefully he went down swinging.
2-2 to Davis.
There it is, right there. There, at least he swung. Strikeout number 6 for Dunsing.
And 2.
He's my new hero. I love Chris Davis.
And Bert Blyleven, who got a tour of Target Field today.
No, yesterday.
Or it was yesterday.
Absolutely beautiful. And there's a pitch right there in on Casilla. So Hunter plunking Casilla here to start the bottom of the 5th inning. A beautiful field. I'll tell you what. Fans, you're going to be so impressed with this ballpark. Unbelievable view every place.
Now, at the time you saw it yesterday, you see it getting hit up around the right shoulder blade. What percentage of the sod had been laid? Like 2/3?
Almost all of the outfield sod. The infield sod had not been laid yet.
Well, here's Span with the leadoff man aboard in the 5th. He takes up high, ball 1.
That hit batsman by Hunter, his 2nd of the year. This is his 12th start, his 12th Major League start.
Casilla goes. Pitch is up and away. Teagarden's throw not in time. Casilla with a swipe of second base. And for Casilla, his 10th steal in 10 tries.
Well, we saw Kinsler get a good jump off of Dunsing in the first inning. And right there, Casilla, a very good jump. Teagarden has an outstanding arm. That's an outstanding throw. But Casilla able to get that foot on the bag before the tag could be applied.
And now Span will try to advance some corner infielders up. And Span hits a ground ball to third right at Michael Young. 1 away. Not a good at bat for Span, who wanted to hit the ball to the other side of the infield.
That's the same kind of swing right there that Ron Gardner kind of sat down with Denard Span a little over a week ago. He was not impressed with, what are you trying to do in this situation? Kind of a cross between, okay, I'm going to try to bunt it, or just a defensive type swing for some reason.
And you could see Span groan visibly as he made contact with the pitch. He knew right away that that's not what he wanted to do. Cabrera takes a strike. So we'll see what the veteran Cabrera could do. He did in the first inning what Span needed to do in the fifth.
Yeah, his last time up, he got a breaking ball right up the end of the bat and hit a ground ball to Kinsler at second.
1-1. Curve very high. When we saw Hunter pitch in Texas, I kept thinking, now he reminds me of somebody, and I finally, figured out who. Former Oakland and now Philadelphia pitcher Joe Blant, in terms of just physique and big, heavy thighs and lower center of gravity, shall we say. A lot of power seems to be generated from his legs.
And that's where you want the power. You want the power from the lower part of your body. Oakland had another pitcher, Jim Corsi, that was built a lot like Hunter. Corsi had that great sinker. Of course, Blanton now with the Philadelphia Phillies.
3-2 to Cabrera with Casilla at second and 1 away. To right field. Retreating is Cruz. Tagging is Casilla. Look at this arm. Had it been on line, it would have come all the way through and it had a shot at Casilla. What a powerful arm by Nelson Cruz in right field. You can ask us a question online at carsoup.com/baseball. Mike Samuel of St. Cloud, and which Twins manager had the longest tenure? I think most fans would be able to get that one. Tom Kelly, who got the job at the very end of the 1986 season, with no assurance he would have it in '87. Boy, did he have it in 1987.
Yes, he did.
Bauer at the plate, Casilla at third, 2 away. Bauer 1 for 2 with an RBI single. He takes ball 1.
Let's take a look at the throw right here from Nelson Cruz, and it's offline a little bit because I was watching Michael Young, even though it's a strong throw. You see right there, Young saying yes. Good cutoff right there. A good strong throw by Cruz.
Down low, and it's 2-0. Bauer with first inning blood against Hunter again tonight. A home run in Texas a week and a half ago. An RBI single in the first tonight. To right center field, toward the gap, but it's hooking towards Cruz, and he makes the catch. So Bauer hit it hard. Cruz makes the catch, and we head to the 6th with the Twins up 3-0.
Jackson Kugel an RBI triple when the Twins scored 3 runs. Joe Mauer an RBI in that first inning. So good night so far, especially for the guy on the mound. 69 pitches for Dunsing, 44 have been strikes.
Andrus, Kinsler, and Young to face Dunsing here in the 6th. A curve outside, ball 1. And a base hit. Just the second Texas hit. And it's Andrus aboard with the leadoff single. Kinsler will come to the plate. Flag trivia question. Flag. The Ranger with the most all-time home runs. I'll go Ivan Rodriguez.
Juan Gonzalez.
There you go.
And Dean Palmer.
Go, he nailed it. Nice going. Here's Kinsler. Walked in the first, stole second, and was left there. As Kinsler was a threat to steal in the first, so now is Andrus in the 6th. Mauer to the mound.
I get him back down in the strike zone right here. This is where Joe Mauer becomes almost a second pitching coach. You know, Rick Anderson, the main pitching coach, but the catcher, he has the best angle of maybe what you're doing wrong. And maybe a little hit right there by Joe Mauer will get Dunsing back down. Maybe get a ground ball. Dunsing's been able to get 5 ground ball outs, 4 fly ball outs, along with his 6 strikeouts so far.
There's a fastball. It hits the corner. Kinsler considered to be having an off year, but boy, his off years go pretty doggone good.
Average-wise, Kinsler a .290 hitter coming into this year, but he's always had the power.
He's got a chance to have a 30-30 year this year. Swing and a miss.
Wow, that's why right there. You see the big swing. Does not get cheated.
He might score and drive in 100 runs. So, as off years go, it's pretty good. Been one of their better clutch hitters too. He got a game-winning home run against the Twins and a couple of big ones yesterday at Yankee Stadium. 1-2 from Dunsing. Fly ball in the air a long time. Delman Young puts it away, 1 down.
Good pitch right there. Fastball inside.
Now tonight's Guess the Stance feature. See if you can find out who this major league player is. Text who you think the batting stance guy is imitating to short code 234-234. And we'll have the answer for you in tonight's Quest Twins Live postgame show. I can't recognize who it is. He's always got his cap on backwards. If you're a major league hitter, you got to have your cap on the right way, don't you?
Hey, he's the hitting guy.
Michael Young with 1 on and 1 out. Tap foul. Young with a strikeout on the first and a bouncer to short.
Young, 32 years old. This is his 10th season with the Rangers, originally signing by the Blue Jays.
And now 1-1.
Just a good hitter. 6-time American League All-Star. Andres at first base, 24 stolen bases in 26 attempts.
Took some guts for the Rangers to do what they did early on, but it's really paid off because here they are, perhaps headed to the playoffs. But one of the important decisions they made, and Ron Washington knows how important middle infielding is to a successful baseball team, making the commitment to young Elvis Andrus and shifting Michael Young over to third. That and an improved pitching staff, and maybe they go hand in hand. Andrus takes off in the pitch line, too tall for Casilla, toward right center field. Span backhands it. They're going to put the stop sign up. Young held at first. So Span with a nice retrieve in right center field, and even with Andrus taking off, he'll be stopped at third.
Well, your typical Michael Young type hit right there, just taking it the other way. Casilla jumping as high as he can, and just over his reach. Bernard Span does a good job of hustling over there and getting the ball back in quickly. Andrus taking off, and he sees that ball go into right center. Picking up the third base coach, Dave Anderson, and he's stopped at third.
And now Hamilton starting to stir in the Twins bullpen. Twins have had a 3-0 lead since the first, and for the first time tonight, the Rangers have a runner at third. Jesse Crane's going to be the first one to get loose. Fastball just off the plate.
Well, Dunsing in his last start last Saturday against the Royals, he threw 80 pitches in the 5 innings he worked. In his previous start here against the Chicago White Sox, he threw 64 pitches. Right now, 80 pitches.
Bouncer to second.
Turn it.
Casilla to Cabrera. Safe at first, and the Rangers get a run. The hops too high, I guess, and Hamilton with great speed beat it up.
Yeah, you want to make sure you get one. If Casilla charges that ball with a 3-0 lead, you know, that might create a bigger inning. So you wait on that nice hop, feed it over to Cabrera, quick turn, but Hamilton just beat it out. So Hamilton hitting this ball and then hustling down that line is safe, and he picks up an RBI, his 44th.
Almost got the inning-ending double play. So Hamilton aboard with a run in and 2 out. Here's Cruz. He drops that slow curve over at 70 miles per hour. Cruz with a foul out to Morneau in the first, and then he singled with 2 out in the fourth, the first Ranger hit. Down by the Ranger bullpen. 2 strikes.
Cruz, of course, at the All-Star game representing the American League, lost to Prince Fielder in the home run hitting contest. Mauer and Dunsing. It was Dunsing that wanted to talk to Joe Mauer about this situation.
Trip to the mound by the catcher. It's a good sign. How many times have we gotten to the 6th inning where Rick Anderson has stayed in the dugout? Pitching coach for the Twins hasn't had to make a trip to the mound. Crane warming up. 2 strikes to Cruz. Worked a couple of times, but not that time. He got Rodriguez, he got Teagarden on a breaking ball on the outside corner. That one just missed.
Yeah, the other one's the break, the curveball, but that's more the slider that he kind of went around the plate.
1-2. Fastball away. Cruz strikes out. The Rangers get one, but Dunsing with another strong inning. And the Twins lead 3-1.
Get that ball in his glove. Not the easiest play out there in right field.
The Frostbrewed Coors Light freeze can. And Justin Morneau leading off the sixth for the Twins.
6 very good innings for Brian Dunsing. 85 pitches so far in the ball game.
And apparently the decision has been made to let him go out and at least start the 7th inning. 1 strike to Morneau. Oh! Hunter takes his second shot and throws out Morneau. In the first inning, Kadire had a one-hopper that hit him, and this was a line shot to the midsection.
Yeah, it looked like it got him right in the right chest area. Well, it looks like Hunter's saying he's all right. Sometimes you walk out there and you feel like there's a bullseye on you.
You could hear it up here. That's over his left or his right chest area.
Might have got him in the gut. Says he's all right.
A couple years ago, Hunter's going to get a chance to toss 1 or 2 to Teagard.
He says, I'm all right. I like that.
Is that all you got?
Yeah. Very nice.
Here's what happened in the first inning when Kadire drove in a run with an infield single.
Yeah, that looked like it got him on the right thigh area right there and deflected over to third. And then we just saw Justin Morneau taking the ball right back up the middle off his body. And Hunter picks it up and gets the out at first.
Here's Kubel, who will hit with 1 out in the 6th. Kubel with an RBI triple in the first. Twins don't have a hit since Harris's leadoff single in the 2nd. Remember a couple years ago, Nate Robertson of the Tiger took one on the other side of the chest, right over the heart. And Jim Leland said there was real concern about Robertson because of the impact of the ball, hit at, 100 miles per hour, however fast they come out there. Just a line shot right over the heart. And the Kubel retired for out number 2. Thankfully, Robertson in that case was okay as well. It was on August 28, 1981. Tim Laudner became the second Twins player in 4 days to homer in his first major league game. A 6-0 win over the Tigers. Laudner, I think, homering against Gary Gaetti did it against Charlie Huff. At any rate, Ken Herbeck homered against the Yankees in his first game at Yankee Stadium on August 24th of 81.
Nice going, Tim. Right away, Lods.
2 down on the 6th. Here's Michael Kadire. Boy, Hunter has just been locked in, hasn't he, since that first inning when 4 of the first 6 batters not only got hits, but they were all pretty well struck.
Well, he left some pitches up in that first inning, but he's made the adjustment.
High fly down the left field line and a long run for David Murphy. He's got the legs to get there, and it's another 1-2-3 inning, and albeit a painful one, but a good one for Tommy Hunter.
Twins just able to score 3 runs off of Tommy Hunter in the first inning. He's been clocked at high at 90, and Brian Dunsing, where he's used that good fastball down and away at 91. Dunsing with 7 strikeouts in the ball game. Hunter with 3.
Rodriguez leads off the 7th, and he takes the same pitch he took for a called third strike in the 4th. Breaking ball on the outside corner. Rodriguez, Murphy, and Teagarden facing Dunsing in the 7th. A roller to second. Easy play for Cabrera. 1 away. Dodge game summary.
Well, what you'd like is early run support, and that's exactly what the Twins have been able to give Brian Dunsing. As Spans double, and then Mauer driving him in. Spans single, and then moved over by Cabrera. The triple by, you see, Kubel right there. Michael Kadire off of Hunter, gets an RBI. And Dunsing, 7 strikeouts in 6 and a third innings.
88 pitches, 58 strikes. He walked the first batter, and that's been it. He's had 3 1-2-3 innings. He's never thrown more than 18 pitches in an inning. And he has taken this Texas lineup so far and severely cooled it off. 1-1. And a breaking ball, tap foul.
That's a Texas lineup with a lot of power. You talked about the strikeouts. Yes, they strike out a lot, but they can hit the ball a long way. 190 home runs. Only the Yankees have hit more home runs than the Texas Rangers. So Dunsing doing a good job at changing speeds, keeping these Texas Ranger hitters pretty much off balance.
Poke to center, hit right at Span. 2 down. That'll bring up Teagarden. Teagarden has struck out twice against Dunsing. Detroit leading Tampa Bay 6-1, top of the 8th inning. Looks like the Tigers, after returning home, are going to get their homestand started on the right foot. Bounced foul.
Well, that's one thing about the Tigers. They have played very well at Comerica Park. They are 40-20 coming into today's play at home. So 20 games by my California map, over 500.
But they have a worse road record than the Twins.
Yep.
1 strike to Teagarden. 1-1.
Dunsing has really hit his spots. He's really worked both sides of the plate. Done a good job at getting ahead in the count. 25 pitches or batters, 17 first pitch strikes. That's that pitch right there. I talk so much about that control of that fastball down and away, especially to right-handers. He's done a great job of that here tonight.
But he's been able to do that with more than 1 pitch. We've seen the breaking ball out there and the fastball out there. 1-2.
.94 pitches for Brian Dunsing. Trying to complete 7 innings. 5 in his first start, 5 in his second.
2-2. Came inside with a fastball. He has finished 7 innings. He's finished 5 of those innings with a strikeout. A brilliant night for Brian Dunsing in the glare of the pennant race.
met him before the ball game. That's Nick's son. Nick, the umpire. I'm not sure of his last name. Right there, Nick. Nick, the umpire.
Oh, yeah.
The blind umpire we have at the fantasy camp.
That time of year, though, isn't it? Twins caps and Viking jerseys. 1-0 to Delman Young. Young, Harris, and Casilla, bottom third of the lineup, facing Hunter. Up high, 2-0. Hunter's been impressive. He had a very rough first inning, and the Twins have not gotten much of a threat against him. Just one hit since then. One runner to third. That came when Hunter hit the leadoff man, Casilla. There's the outside corner. 2-1.
Again, I always talk about making the adjustment that the stuff you have. He struggled in the first inning, but he has made the adjustment. 5 shutout innings after that tough first inning.
Backhanded nicely by Kinsler, and Young retired. How much difference can a pitching coach mean to a staff? Now, the Rangers have pretty much recycled pitchers or their rotation. The guys that are pitching now aren't the guys necessarily who started this season with him. Hunter started in the minor leagues, but this guy, Mike Maddox, has been given an awful lot of credit for the pitching turnaround.
Well, a lot of it is communication. A lot of it is just.
I have no idea what he's doing there. What's that?
He wants somebody out in the bullpen. That's a sign for a certain pitcher to get up.
Well, they got Curly from the Three Stooges out there.
Maybe the phone is not working.
With Brendan Harris. That's Pedro Strop just called up. And Harris takes ball 2.
Yeah, Jason Jennings put on waivers. So Strop getting an opportunity to maybe to get his major league debut here this afternoon. There's Mike Maddox. You know, pitching coaches, his biggest thing is just communication.
Liner to right that drops in front of Bird, so Harris has a pair of hits tonight.
And of course, knowing your trade, how to teach that trade to your staff.
Strop was just getting loose, so Maddox will come to the mound here. Big news at twinsbaseball.com. You can log on and check out the Wendy's All Metrodome Team Medallion Set that can only be purchased at twinsbaseball.com. Featuring the 18 members of the Wendy's All Metrodome team. There are only 5,000 sets available to the public. So if you'd like more details tonight, go to twinsbaseball.com. But the results have been so dramatic. The Texas pitching staff, more than one Achilles heel. It had been 2 Achilles heels for them over the years. And now they're pitching about as well as anybody right now.
Well, they're attacking the strike zone. You know, Kevin Millward's done a good job. They ended up letting Vicente Padilla go, who pitched a pretty good game for the Dodgers. But, Nolan Ryan, now the president, there's more of that emphasis on, hey, you know what, try to go deeper in their ball game by attacking the strike zone early in the ball game so your pitch count won't be at 100 after 5 innings.
Here's Casilla with a man aboard and 1 out. I mean, the Rangers are where the Twins usually are when they're leading or winning their division. They're 4th in the league in pitching. Seattle, Chicago, and Detroit are ahead of them.
Yeah, usually, again, we've talked about it over the last 5, 6, 7 years. You'll see the Rangers kind of holding up everybody else.
Casilla 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch his last time up, and he takes ball 1. Casilla hit a fly ball to center. Well, it looked like the Twins put the hit and run on, and Casilla got the ball airborne back in the 2nd inning. One and 0. And now 1-1 into the 10th inning at Yankee Stadium. White Sox and Yankees tied at 2. When the Twins acquired Orlando Cabrera, it's almost as if the Twins had little 3 or 4 game auditions at second base. Punto would play there for a while. Casilla would play there for a while, with the hope being that somebody would take the position and run with it, and it has been Casilla. He's been a very, very good player for the Twins in both halves of the inning. In defense, he's put together a highlight reel in the last 3 weeks. And offensively, he's taken his average, which was in the 160s, and gotten it over 200. 3-1.
Well, a couple throwovers to Harris at first by Hunter, so that's usually coming from the dugout. Now maybe they're thinking a hit and run. Well, this would be maybe a good situation to hit and run. Again, Harris not a lot of speed as far as stolen bases.
And Casilla whacks it to right. A line drive caught by Cruz, so Casilla hit it right on the button for out number 2. And that'll bring up Span. Span's hit the ball hard twice, but in the 5th inning, with Casilla at second and nobody out, he hit the next pitch on a hop to Michael Young and couldn't advance him. These 2 batters hit fly balls to right. One of those would have scored a run, and the Twins left Casilla at third base. Fouled back, a strike. Drop into right field for a base hit. Harris at second. Span has his second knock of the night. A double in the first and now a single in the 7th.
Oh, good. Another good at bat by Denard Span. Ball up and hitting this ball solid into right field.
Cabrera, who's 0 for 3.
Let's see if Ron Washington lets Hunter finish this inning, or try to. Looks like he's going to. 99 pitches for Hunter. Most he's thrown in a ball game, 104 twice.
Breaking ball, and Cabrera out in front hits it off the end of the bat.
Yeah, he's thrown Cabrera a lot of breaking balls, and Cabrera just a little quick. Hasn't really weighted back. Now maybe that fastball in his first at bat around chest high kind of makes him open up quick.
High hopper over the mound. Andrus, quick release to first, and the inning ends. 2 hits, 2 men left aboard, on to the 8th. It's still 3-1.
front has moved into the Twin Cities. It's very chilly here tonight. It's supposed to be chilly here tomorrow, but we're Minnesotans. We know how to dress for the weather, and I'd say this is a perfect time to get your brand new Minnesota Twins sweatshirt. Dick and Bert, I believe this one has my name written all over it.
Thank you, Marty. And fans going to the State Fair buying their sweatshirts might want to keep them handy early in the season next year.
And Marty will look beautiful in that sweatshirt.
Matt Guerrero into the ball game facing Chris Davis, delivering ball one. 2-0.
Well, Matt making his 63rd relief appearance on Wednesday night here against the Orioles. He had some control problems. Worked 2/3 of an inning, didn't allow a hit or a run, but he did walk two, one intentional.
It's down the left field line, and it's going to end up foul.
In that ball game, Matt threw 17 pitches, only 5 were strikes. Very unusual outing for Matt Guerrero.
Just a more preferable situation, though. He came into the ball game with the bases loaded and issued a bases loaded walk to the first man he faced. Now he gets to start an inning with a 2-run lead. 2-1 to Davis. Hit hard to right field, and Kadire will play the bounce, and Davis will hold up with a solid single to right. So the leadoff man is on, and that'll bring up Andrus.
Oh, Matt fell behind 2-0, and then came in with a strike, and then Davis jumping all over this fastball. A fastball pretty much right down Broadway. And Kadire plays the carom perfectly. And that holds Davis to a long single.
Here's Andrus. Rangers were down by 1 run. It might be a bunting situation. Down by 2. We'll see. Harris even with the bag at third. And Andrus takes a strike. Going to the bottom of the 10th at Yankee Stadium, still tied at 2. White Sox 2, New York 2.
Well, Matt's done a great job of setting up Joe Nathan. And that's his goal right here. Get through the 8th inning and let Joe finish it. But you need to get through this inning.
Grounded to foul, and it's 2 strikes. And in the event Hamilton comes up this inning, Jose Majares is warming up in the bullpen right now. Rangers have right-handers due up until Hamilton, who would bat 5th this inning. 2 strikes to Andrus. Off of Guerrero. Cabrera recovers. They get the out at second. So the pitchers really taking a peppering here, and Guerrero got enough of this one, and Cabrera recovered to get the lead runner.
Yeah, I don't know if Matt got a glove on it or he stuck his hand out. Yeah, he did. Well, no, hit off his glove right there, even though that right hand was there. Hit the top of the glove, and lucky for the Twins, the ball deflected over toward Cabrera at short. And Cabrera flipping it quickly to Casilla for the force out. Sometimes you get a break, and the Twins got a break right there.
And not only an out, but the lead runner, the double play, still in order now for Kinsler, who's wrapped into 7 of them this year. Runner goes, check swing, Mauer's throw, got him! Andrus thrown out for just the 3rd time this year.
Well, Andrus having some words with second base umpire Bill Miller, but Joe Mauer got rid of that ball quickly. Boy, with down a couple runs, you have to make sure that you can almost walk into second. And you see Casilla with that quick tag of the thigh of Andrus for the second out.
It's an interesting story online. Scott Miller, who used to work for the St. Paul paper, now working for CBS Sportsline, talking about Mauer and quoting Cabrera, saying that when the Twins faced the A's earlier this year, Cabrera said, let's just shut down our running game. Don't even try, because of Mauer's prowess behind the plate. And a key throw out of Mauer or of Andrus by Mauer. And Kinsler stands there with the bases empty in a 2-1 count. And he wraps it fair down the line. Kinsler will round first. And he'll hold up there. So many, another ball thrown all the way through. Morneau picks up the ball near first base.
A great hustle right there by Delman Young. Kinsler rounded the bag. He thought about two, but Delman Young did a great job of covering some ground. This ball looks like a double all the way down that left field line, but look at here. Here comes Delman Young quickly getting that ball back in, positioning himself perfectly to make that throw back to the infield. So a good hustle right there by Young.
So a nice fielding play by Cabrera. Mauer throwing out Andrus. And here's Young taking strike one. This in all likelihood will be Guerrero's last batter.
Well, get an out then.
Tigers beat the Rays 6-2. And now a block by Mauer. My goodness. You wonder why he's won a Gold Glove. That one stung him too. Remember the other day he took one on the right bicep? See where this guy.
Right to the edge of the plate. Joe knocking it down.
One and one to Michael Young. Half swing, but strike two.
Maharis is loose, and now Joe Nathan starting to loosen up.
1-2 to Michael Young. Twins leading by a pair. Kinsler goes just off the inside corner, and he steals second base. And Young took a close pitch for ball two.
Yeah, second time Kinsler has stolen second base without a throw. The breaking ball right here. Joe wants it away, and it just stays a bit inside.
Now 2-2. Ground ball. Backhanded by Casillas. Sets. Fires. Got him. And Guerrero pitches a scoreless eighth. Looking at his right hand, it might have gotten a pretty important assist. Mauer throwing out a runner, and the Twins still lead by 2. Hits and runs, in fact all 3 runs for the Twins in the first inning, and a lot of activity on the mound. will be the instructional how to field your position. Guerrero's taking a shot. Hunter's taking 2.
Yeah, I think Ron Coomer and Anthony LaPanta are going to hit some balls back up at the middle. I understand they're giving tickets away for any fans that want to try to participate and try to knock me off the mound. So when we're out there, there might be, 200 fans out there wanting to swing and knock me off that mound.
They have to grab a bat, though, and step in the box against you? Is that the deal?
No, I guess they just get to swing away.
Major league debut for Pedro Strop, who was just converted to a pitcher 3 years ago.
Yeah, Strop, just 24 years old, getting called up when the Rangers ended up letting Jason Jennings go. Strop originally with the Rocky organization, signed a minor league free agent with the Texas Rangers over the winter.
There's a guy who found it in the minor leagues, pitched so well in AA, they promoted him to AAA. And pitched so well there, he's here.
Says he has a very good fastball. Scouting report, a fastball in the mid-90s, a slider, and a split finger. Out of the Dominican Republic.
And he strikes out Mauer in his first major league game. In a close game, he's assigned the task of getting Mauer, Morneau, and Kubel.
Well, that looked like the split finger right there. A nasty pitch just broke down, and a very hard split finger. Take a look at this pitch right there. Ball just dipping right at the last second. Mauer saying maybe, oh, that's a nasty splitter. Watch out.
And now he gets ahead of Morneau, 0-1.
Good job by Tommy Hunter. He really rebounded, kept his team in the game after that 3-run first inning given up to the Twins.
One and one. Morneau hitless in the game. Foul out, a strikeout. And then he hit a liner off the chest of Hunter and was retired, leading off the 6th. Popped up left side. Andrus retreats short left field. Playing his first game here at the Metrodome, makes the catch, 2 away. The Rangers changing their rotation and their bullpen significantly. Strop here. Neftali Feliz has been a godsend for the Rangers.
I'm just going to mention Feliz. You got Feliz and now Strop. 2 strong right-handers out of that bullpen.
Here's Kubel taking ball 1. One and one. One and 2.
Well, Joe Nathan getting loose, getting ready for the 9th.
2 and 2 to Kubel. Strop, former infielder with the Rockies. Bouncer to second, wasn't even in major league camp, but the Rangers got a look at him, and he's really improved as the season's gone along. He got Mauer, Morneau, and Kubel, and now Joe Nathan comes in with a 2-run lead. 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Jeep game reset. The Twins getting their 3 runs in the first inning. Rangers have one back. Bernard Span in left, Carlos Gomez in center. And a 2-run lead posted for Joe Nathan. And Hamilton on the first pitch hits a fly ball to center. Gomez comes in, puts it away. Hamilton gone quickly in the ninth.
Well, for Joe Nathan, he's making his 52nd relief appearance. He's looking for save number 33 on the year. Picked up save 32 here on Monday when the Twins were able to beat the Orioles 2-1. Very good 1.63 ERA for Nathan. 1 pitch, 1 out. Gotta love that.
Nelson Cruz 1 for 3 on the night. Swing and a foul. Twins took 2 out of 3 from the Rangers right out of the break. Split a 4-game series there a week and a half ago. Now are in position to win the opener here tonight. Popped up right side. Casilla calls for it in foul ground. 2 down. Dodge game break will take it to Yankee Stadium. The Twins know all too well what this feels like. Robinson Cano in the 10th, 2 men aboard, ending it with a walk-off home run to right center field. The Yankees won the opener against the White Sox 5-2. So if the Twins get this final out, they'll move ahead of Chicago in the standings. And the White Sox will drop back below the 500 mark. Detroit won its ball game 6-2 at home over the Rays. Here's Rodriguez, strike 1. Rodriguez, the most number of at-bats against Nathan, 3 hits and 14 at-bats. Poke down the right field line, that's trouble. It is fair and bounces out for a ground rule double. So Rodriguez keeps the game alive with an extra base hit. 2 outs in the ninth.
Well, it looked like he got a breaking ball right there and just went with it. And this man's always been a good hitter. You see the curveball right there. Takes it down the right field line. The ball bouncing over the fence for the double.
And now Murphy, who is 0 for 3. Nathan, after a hold by Guerrero, Nathan trying to save it for Brian Dunsing, who was brilliant here tonight. 4 1-2-3 innings. There's 3 hits and 1 run allowed. Murphy, a strikeout in the second, ground ball to first in the 5th, and a lazy fly ball to center in the 2nd. Deep down the right field line. This one's back and high off the wall. A run will score. Throw to second, and the ball gets by Cabrera. That ball missed going out by a foot, and it's a 3-2 game. Murphy hooking the first pitch down the right field line, and he nearly tied the game.
Oh, Murphy, Rodriguez, now Murphy with doubles. An RBI double for David Murphy, picking up his 38th RBI, breaking ball. And almost like Jason Kubel in the first inning, I thought that ball was gone. That ball just staying in the ballpark and not missing a home run by much.
Wow. Well, in all the years they played baseball here, there haven't been many that have hit that spot. And you can still see where it hit. Here's Blaylock off the bench, hitting for Teagarden. Blaylock a couple of hits and 8 at-bats against Nathan, who's given up back-to-back doubles on back-to-back pitches. Ball 1. Blaylock really struggling in the second half of the year and benched in favor of Chris Davis as the Rangers try to get more production out of first base.
And Blaylock 0 for 5 as a pinch hitter so far for Ron Washington.
1-0. 2-0. The first 2 outs came very easily, very quickly. Rodriguez looked like he was fooled by a breaking pitch, but dumped a double into the corner. Murphy was not fooled. Two and 0 to a dangerous hitter.
Good fastball down and away. You always go back to the hardest pitch to hit, and that's that fastball down and away.
Murphy at second. He's the tying runner. 3-1. With Chris Davis due up next. To Blaylock. Ball 4. And Davis will have a shot with the lead runner at first and 2 away. And here comes Rick Anderson. Anderson's first trip to the mound tonight. Coincidental or not, Nathan has had a couple of rough outings since his 53-pitch marathon against Kansas City. Now Bourbon will run for Blaylock at first. The Rangers with 4 bench players. One of them, Marlon Byrd's been sidelined the last couple games with a kidney stone. We don't know whether he's even available. About every other move Ron Washington could make, he has made. And it would appear that from here on out, the Rangers, if there are extra innings, would be playing the rest of this game without their designated hitter. Rodriguez would have to catch. Here is Davis. Singled his last time up. Nathan has it drift wide again. Ball 1.
I was trying that 2-seamer, and that ball just tails outside.
One and 0 to Davis. Drops a breaking ball over. Remember in that game against Kansas City, it was against Baltimore earlier. He ended up walking a couple, striking out 3, but he was throwing that breaking pitch more often.
He threw 29 pitches on here on Monday after the 53 a week ago.
1-1. The cutter. What a swing and a miss, 1-2.
That's the pitch right there that he had 3 strikeouts against the Orioles. That hard cutter down and in.
He so rarely gives up a run. He started the inning with a 2-run lead, and he's given 1 back. One and 2 to Chris Davis. And the fastball keeps sailing out of the strike zone.
Big pitch right here. You don't want to go 3-2 with the runners going, especially with Barbone at first base. Outstanding speed. See if they go to that, back to that little cutter. They really fooled Davis on the second strike.
2-2 to Davis. Punched foul over the Twins dugout. Anxiety here in the ninth inning. Get used to it.
I'm calling a strikeout right here.
Another 2-2 to Davis. Check swing, 3-2. And now the runners will leave early. Murphy from second. And Bourbon from first.
Well, I'm surprised in the last 3 pitches he did not go back to that slider down and in. He went fastball, curveball, and then that high fastball. After Davis took that terrible swing for strike 2.
In addition to all the strikeouts, Davis very difficult to walk. He has just 18 walks on the season. Full count to Chris Davis. Got him looking with a breaking ball on the outside corner.
Great job by Brian Duensing. He wins his second Major League game.